Hey everyone, yeah, it's welcome back to the Mitchell and Tony Show. Right, so this is episode 13 of the Mitchell and Tony Show, and in this episode, we're gonna be talking about the effect of social media on self improvement. Now, it's gonna be like just like the last episode, it's a question and answer kind of video. So, I'm going to be questioning Mitchell. He's going to be answering these questions based on this topic. Now, stay tuned. So now, Mitchell, this topic about social media and how how social media has been improving from time to time. I know it has been very effective in your self improvement journey.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask you those questions. Let's start off quite small. So, in what way do you think social media has been helpful in to self improvement, or self has been very helpful in self improvement?
In what way do I think social media has been helpful
Yeah, or has helped
in
your self improvement
self-improvement?
journey?
Okay. Well, social media has actually been very, very helpful in my self-improvement journey, right? Because there are some content on social media that's actually helpful. You understand?
Yeah.
Because these days, content is being monetized, right? So a lot of people can just create content for the sake of followers, but there are some contents that I've watched. For example, now there are some videos that I've watched on a guy that talked about books, important books that people have to read. And I read some of those books, and those books has helped me in my life. You understand? There are some contents that people said very important. Something like Jim Rohn. This guy said one very important thing in his content one day that helped me very well in my life. Right? So like the answer to that question is its helpfulness. It has been very helpful, right? But it doesn't mean that you can't do self-improvement without social media. It's just a thing of flowing with the trend. Actually, not the trend that kind of trend. Just the world is moving. You're also going to move in with the world, right? So you can't. Not that you can't, sha, but it will actually be much better if you listen to content, helpful content. There are people that say helpful things online, right? There are people that say helpful things online. There are people that you can just watch a short video where what you might be reading in a book, it can take you like a week to finish or 2 weeks to finish, or you might not still understand. Somebody can just say it in one video and you get it, right? So yeah, social media has actually been helpful in my self-improvement journey. Social media has actually made me to understand some certain things. Through some people I've understood some certain things. You understand? So yes, social media has actually been very helpful in my self-improvement journey.
Yeah, thank you for that bright answer. Yeah, you said something about social media, like not going with the trend. Like you were saying, not to be left behind because of the advancements, in tech and
Yes,
everything. So
actually.
people should discover new ways, into improving themselves. And social media has really been helpful in that aspect. Yeah, because personally, I'm a testimony to social media helping my own self improvement journey. Without social media, I wouldn't have gained knowledge of most of the things I have today. So making use of the social media in the right way is like your main points and how helpful it has been. Making use of social media in the right way. Now, I would like to ask you this question. There are so many effects of social media we've seen today. Based on the various things we see online, people like tend to go online and see things. There's some of the problems that people go online and that are faces online. People like want to what's it called get motivated, but they go online and then they see like all these influencers that driving these exotic cars and stuff like that. So the next question I would like to ask you is, why do you why do people why do you think people feel like they are behind when they scroll online, right? Even when they are doing well in real life. Like, why do you think people go online and then when they go online and they see all these like things
Yeah,
that people,
flashy life.
yeah, but knowing fully well that they are like doing well by themselves, but they still go online and feel bad. Why do you think that happens? Why?
Okay. Sometime last year, I think last year, early December, yeah, I think early December last year, 2024, I think I understood the meaning of the word depression. Like, I understood what depression actually meant, right? I understood what depression actually meant. And what caused it was like, because after school, I was chasing money, chasing money, chasing money, chasing money, chasing money, chasing money. I was also on self improvement at the same time, chasing money, listening to all these people's content, right? So then the last video, there's this video I watched that Andrew Tate was like, the reason you don't have it is because you don't want it bad enough. Like, and that thing hits me like, you're telling me like I don't want it bad enough, but I'm doing this thing every damn day. That time I was doing affiliate marketing, and so I'll use my money, run ads on Facebook. The customers will come, nobody will buy. I'll be following them up, and I was doing this thing, learning sales skill, buying more course. And somebody just came out one day and was like, the reason I don't have it yet, the reason I've not hit those millions is because I don't want it bad enough. And that thing actually hit me to the core. And from that day, I told myself that I'm done with these people's type of content and motivation. Like, these people now that have reached success, they reach success their own way. Guy, reach success your own way. There is no road to success. You create the road. There is no already existing road to success. Use your hands and create the road. You understand? But of course, there are some things that need to be there first, like the quota and the instrument for building the road. Because you can, yes, in as much as you're going to use your hand to create the road, there are just some necessary things you need. You get? So like, don't allow anybody online to tell you this is what it is and what you're doing is not right. And because guy, they can actually go a long way in just in destroying your mindset. And then like, the reason why most people tend to feel like they have not done anything when they see somebody driving flashy cars, or someone like Samuel Onoha saying that if you're in your 20s and you don't have a Lamborghini, what are you doing with your life? Something like that. It's because the reason why they let it affect them is because of, I don't know, they just actually seem to like actually let it sink in. But you're supposed to have reached, if you're on self-improvement, there's this level I've reached on self-improvement where so there's this level that I've reached, right? I don't allow anything external to affect my internal. Don't allow your environment to affect you. Don't allow the people around you to affect you. Don't allow things you see to make you, you're doing your best. You're trying your best. Then you see somebody driving a flashy car and be like, if you have a Lamborghini, what are you doing with your life? That thing is actually there's no actual like written solution to it. You have to build yourself. So there's no like a general solution to it. It's a personal thing. Build yourself up enough to the extent that you don't allow what you see to affect what it is. You have to learn to say, guy, this thing is sharp, and at the same time not allow it to affect you. Yes, I love looking at all this content now, but after looking at them, they don't make me feel like I'm not doing anything, because I know that I am doing something, right? Another thing you should learn is to never compare. Understand? You're in chapter 1, you're comparing your story to someone that is in chapter 27. How? Don't compare. Don't compare. There's this very, very intriguing thing I saw one day. One guy, he was saying that comparison is not actually fair. Like, actually, like, it's not fair, because a lot of people want to be like Elon Musk, right? The guy said that a lot of people want to be like Elon Musk, but people just don't want to work 18 hours a week. But a lot of people want to be like Elon Musk, right? But they don't want to work, sorry, I say 18 hours a week. They don't want to work up to 100 hours, 80 to 100 hours in a week. 80. Elon Musk said he used to work 80 to 100 hours in a week. You get so like when you're jealous of somebody, you're just jealous of a thin slice of the person's life. You don't care about what followed or what is after. So I've trained my mind that whenever I see a rich man, I'll not just see the cars and everything. I'll see the struggles behind the cars. I'll see the struggles behind the money. I'll see everything. Not just looking at him as he is. I'll try to force my brain to picture him before he got to that extent. Because that kind of thing now, you're building your mind, right? You're not letting. And then when you're able to now know that, okay, these people were once here and now they are there, it will give you more hope rather than depressing you, rather than reducing your self-esteem, right? It will give you more hope knowing that, okay, since these people were once there and now they are here, since I am here, I can now get there, right? So don't allow what you see online to affect you, make you think that you're not doing anything or you're not working hard. I was once like that. That's why I reduced these people. Some of these people, don't listen to what they are saying. Some of them are content creators, not motivational speakers, not people that will give you real life advice. It's only few people like Jim Rohn, Bro Proctor, all these people that are old, that were born all these 19s. If you watch their videos, mostly black and white. Those people are not content creators. They are people that studied all these things, and now they are able to. So don't listen to all these people. Like, they are just content creators. So just move in your own path. Keep doing your own thing. Don't tell anybody. Don't allow anybody to tell you this is the way. Create your own way. You get. So yeah, that's my answer to that question.
Yeah. Love the answer. Love gave. Love that answer. Now, I would just like to pick something from what you said. You said you had gotten to a level, like you were able to get to a level where you felt like you had to separate the externalities, separate the externalities from the internalities. Not allowing what you saw online affect how how you were going to improve yourself. You understand, right? Now, don't you think that people that haven't been able to attain that level of separating they're on a self-improvement journey, yeah, but they've not gotten to that level to like separate that have like a distinct ideology of those two, and be able to separate it and not allow what they see online affect their improvement journey. Don't you think that has a way of hurting our growth, our improvement growth?
The answer to this thing is just very, very simple, right? And the answer is the truth. It's just the truth, right? Okay, see it here now. That time when I was so down, I asked myself, do I really not want it bad enough? And I told myself, it's a lie. I know that I want it bad enough. So why should I let what somebody who has gotten to where I want to be, why should I let what he's saying, why should I let it draw me down? Right? You can lie to anybody in the world. I used to tell my friend this thing. This is one of my good friends saying, you can lie to anybody in the world, but you just can't lie to yourself. Right? When you tell yourself the truth, like, just look at it and you tell yourself the truth that, yes, I have done my best. There is nothing anybody will say that will affect you. There is nothing anybody will say that will weigh you down, because truly, yes, you have done your best. So just do your best and then tell yourself the truth. Have I really done my best? And if you can say yes, truly, that you have done your best, you will not allow what they are saying to affect you, right? And then another thing is that the first step of not allowing what they are saying to affect you is the first step of not allowing what they are saying to affect you is allowing what they are saying to affect you. It actually sounds funny, but I wouldn't have grown past that thing if I wasn't there, right? So I was there and I grew past it, right? So if what they are saying is affecting you, just know you're on the right track, because very soon, sooner or later, if this content reaches you or another content somewhere else talking about this type of thing, If it reaches you, you're going to grow past it. So the first step is being there. What they are saying should be weighing you down. What they are saying should be affecting you. Things you're seeing on social media, it should be actually affecting you, right? It should be actually affecting you. So yeah, you're supposed to let it affect you. You're supposed to let it affect you before you can now grow past it. So yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah, that's a very that's a very good answer. That was a very good answer. Now, moving on to the next question. It's going to be a very tricky one, but why is it so hard to stay focused in the age of endless scrolling?
Okay, that's a very insightful question. And before I start, I just want to say, like, honestly, even though I've been on this self-improvement journey for a while, yes, I'm also struggling with this endless scrolling shit, or this endless scrolling of thing. But here's the thing now. Like, there are many things I can say about this thing. Okay, so let me just start from here. The first thing is that you have to discover your why, right? You have to discover your why. Why do I want to begin self-improvement? Why do I want to get to where I'm going, right? Your why has to be strong. That's the first thing. Then there are many people that can tell you make use of this thing. What is it called? To-do list. What you do today, what time. After I did it worked for a while, and then I stopped. And there are many things. There are many things actually, but endless scrolling is not the problem, right? There are 24 hours in a day now. Let's say you sleep for 8 hours, scroll for 6 hours. 6 hours, like, that's very long. Like, you actually scroll through social media for 6 hours, but then you spent an hour exercising, you spent an hour reading, you spent an hour learning a skill, you did something that normally you wouldn't do. Let's say talking to a girl, or public speaking, or just you pushed outside your comfort zone, and then you just like, it's not mindless scrolling that is the problem. Actually, it's mindless scrolling and no productivity. You can actually be mindlessly scrolling through insightful content. Yeah, like me, I used to do it, like, on YouTube. Like, I was just scrolling. You see Robert Greene, you see Luke Belma, you see Stephen Bartlett, you see Chris Williamson, you see Joe Rogan, you see Peter Jordanson. So I used to actually mindlessly scroll. Yes, not mindlessly in that sense, yeah, but like, at least I know that, yes, in that day I did something. I did things that were actually productive. So, like, it's no longer unproductivity 100 and productivity 0. It's unproductivity 40, productivity 60. You understand? Everything is balanced. And then, even as I'm saying it's now, something else came to my mind. Mindless scrolling. There's a reason why it's called mindless scrolling. Like, sometimes when you're on some particular types of content that is not helping you anyway, sometimes now you are now mindlessly, like, scrolling. Like, you don't have any, the reason why it's called mindless scrolling is that you don't have any actual reason to be there, but you're just there. If someone was to ask you now, just tap you on the shoulder and ask you, why are you watching what you are watching, you won't give the person any reasonable, like, why are you watching why have you been on TikTok watching dance or memes or whatever for the past 4 hours? You see that you not actually give any particular reason. Understand? So me, even if I'm scrolling, I'm not doing it mindlessly, right? I can see a content, and even if it's on self, like I said, there are some people that I don't listen to again. Not that they are saying rubbish. There are just some kind of content I don't consume again, even though it's related to self-improvement and the rest. So, like, I'm mindfully scrolling, right? I'm looking for something insightful that I can share on this podcast, right? So like, I actually changed mindless scrolling to mindful scrolling, right? There's no way that I'll tell you, so do this and do that and do that and do that and do that, and then no more scrolling again. You're okay, you're this, you're that. You understand? I don't want to dive deeper into addictions and breaking addiction, but one thing is just be productive, right? Be productive. If you love watching movies, enjoy your movies, right? Enjoy your movies, but at the same time, exercise, read, learn a skill, get better, work on yourself, all these things. Then you can watch your movies. I watch a lot of animes. I do a lot of fun things now. Like I said, self improvement is not a code. It's not a code. It's not what you're seeing on TikTok. Like you see somebody wearing hoodie in a dark alley doing skipping rope. That thing is not self improvement. That thing is dopamine that will fade away. And when it fade away, you just be there one kind. But when you're going with discipline, sometimes you relax. Sometimes you calm down, push outside your comfort zone. Yes. Sometimes you also relax. Everything is balance. Find balance. So this thing of mindlessly scrolling, you can actually intentionally reduce the way you scroll, right? Reduce the way you scroll, and then increase your productivity. Scroll, yes, but reduce the way you scroll. Enjoy content on social media. Right? But then also be working on, like, it's just this balance. Nobody's asking you never to scroll on social media again. Actually, the worst thing you can do is to delete your social media apps. Actually, the worst thing you can do, if you have not reached a certain level, deleting your social media apps will be very, like, it's really. And if you mistakenly download it back, like, you are gone, right? I remember the first time I deleted TikTok, and when I did, because of when I now downloaded it back, it got worse. Because of I didn't destroy the addiction. I just starved it. Yes, I just starved it. The addiction was still there, but I starved it. Understand? Well, now safe. I deleted TikTok again. I downloaded it recently. I've not been, like, since I downloaded it the last month. The total number of hours I've been on TikTok is not since last month or so. So, like, actually, please don't delete any social media app on your phone. Don't delete them. Just try to reduce the way you are there on them. If you can't reduce the way you are there on them, increase the way you work on yourself. Increase your reading time. Increase your productivity time. Increase your exercise time. You just balance. Actually, it's just balance. Yeah. So that's my answer.
Well, that was a very good answer. It was very insightful. You learned a lot. Now, you spoke about you not liking or you having to distance yourself from the kind of, or be very selective about the kind of information you get from all these social media influencers.
Yeah.
There are certain people that you stop listening to. So my next question is based on that topic. How do you think following so many or too many influencers affects someone's ability to focus on their growth, like on their self improvement journey? Like, how was it like for you? How did you feel when you saw that you were focusing, or you were basically downloading so many information from various social media influencers? How did you think having so many information from those various influencers have where or was like a dampening or hindrance to your growth? Yeah.
There's one day he told me something. He told me that it was on a Wednesday evening. I remember that day very well. He told me that this thing now, of listening to many people now. Look at the problem now. You're downloading, all these people are uploading information. Like, these people that have, you understand, these people that are where you are, people that you admire, like, so they are uploading informations and you're downloading them. Different people that have gone through life, seen things, experiences, and out of their own unique experiences, they'll upload information on the internet, and then they'll now leave it for you. And then you, as a person, one person, you start downloading from all these people. Of course, your brain is going to crash. Of course, your brain will crash, because of they are talking out of their unique life experiences that you haven't had, like, half of, or like you haven't experienced in any way they are talking about. So you now start downloading it. You now start trying to live according to what their own experiences taught them. You now shape your life to live. You know, like, it's number one, it will overwear you. Like, you just end up wearing yourself out. You understand? Just end up wearing yourself out. Even even that thing I said, like, not listening to them again, is not even like the permanent solution. You can I still used to listen to literally everybody, right? but you have the power to control the information your mind accepts. There are some things I hear, even though most people think it's motivation and the rest, I can scroll past it without without having second thought on it. But some people, like, anything they tend to hear, they just download it, they just let it sink inside them, and then they move again. They hear another one, they download it, they let it sink inside them. Like, before you know it, you end up, your system will now be full. And that thing now, it's like, it will put you on hold, right? It will make you feel like you're smart. It will make you feel like you're actually very intelligent, because you have heard all these so-called intelligent people say things. It's not make you feel you're intelligent when in the sense you're not. That is what all these motivational quotes do, right? When you download all of them finish, you slowly begin to feel that yes, there is knowledge, there is wisdom. But that thing is what I noticed that the thing did to me. The thing kind of like, it puts me in this loop, right? I was not actually doing anything, but my mind was telling me that, my brain was telling me that, guy, you are doing so many things. Like, you are doing well, you are trying, you are. But I was not actually doing anything. I was just like, it actually make you feel smart when in essence you're not actually smart. Like, that thing is to actually destroy you rather than build you, right? So like, like everything is just about working on yourself. Like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I know that I can listen to somebody talk, understand what the person is saying, and yet choose not to follow what that person said. Not because they are wrong, because I know that me as a person, I already know what I want. And not that I've reached this extent of no longer. There's still some information that when I hear, either I vibe with them because like this thing is just talking about me, it's as if they're actually talking about me, or I learn. You understand? But then there are some that like that it will actually sound somehow. It will actually like hinder you rather than make you grow. Understand? So don't go online and be looking for actually too many self-improvement this thing, and then this person will say his own, this person will say his own, and you be consuming those type of content, 2 4 2 4 2 4. Those things is not, they are not actually good. Actually, they are not actually good, like at all, because you are one person downloading information from several people. What do you think is going to happen, fam? You're going to wear yourself out. Your brain is going to fry. You're not going to be in that right mental state. Like, it just end up distorting your mindset. You don't now have one mindset. You don't now have like a particular mindset again. You just be, you see yourself doing what this person said, and then doing what this person said, and then the thing also happened to me self in reading books. I read a lot of books, and then I'll now try to live my life by each and everything those books said, and then I'll end up wearing myself out and still not achieving anything in return. So that is why I keep on saying, like, do it your own way, right? Just do it your own way. It's not about too many people. Like, the book that taught me about stepping out of your comfort zone was Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life by Brian Tracy. One very important person online that has taught me things is Jim Rohn. So like, it's not, there are just few people with few right informations. Honestly, I don't know how to tell you to find them or how you find it. It's just that sometimes listening to what people are saying, don't make that mistake of thinking that because of these people are here, they are there at that particular stage. You now tend to feel like anything they say is right. They are still human beings like you that are also capable of making mistakes. There are books I've read, there are books my friend have read that we have actually in our mind and told each other we have actually corrected what the author said. I don't want to go deep into it. So like, you have to identify that, you have to know that these people are also human beings capable of making mistakes, not because of they wrote a book or they created a content with 20 million views and 5 million likes, then you not feel like what they said is right. Yes, so most of the time what they are saying is actually helpful and right and insightful. Just move your own way, do things your own way, right? Self-improvement, just at the beginning, don't complicate it. Don't actually complicate it. Just start small with exercise, start small with reading, do some things to step outside your comfort zone, pray more, all these things, you get. So that's my answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to end it here with just this last question, right? Because I guess we've all learned a lot of things from this podcast. So this question is going to be the last question for everybody that's listening. Michelle, what mindset do you think people need to adapt to use social media without being used by it?
The mindset I think people need to adapt to use social media without being what?
Used by it.
To use social media without being used by it. Well, I like using myself as a case study, right? I like using myself as a case study. I can't generalize things, right? So let me just tell you how I do it. So first, like I said initially, because of somebody had 20 million views and 5 million likes, it doesn't mean that the person, whatever the person said, is correct. They are still human beings like you. They are still human beings like you. Capable. You know that sometimes you're capable of saying rubbish. Them, they're also capable of saying rubbish. You understand? Sometimes they might say the rubbish and upload it, and then you download it, and then you know it's actually not fair in a way. Somebody you say rubbish, upload it, then you download it, and then start living your life according to the rubbish somebody said. But that is by the way, sha. So like, it's just to it's the main thing there is just to stand strong. I know what I want, right? I know what I want, and whatever people say, whatever these guys say, I've basically said everything there. Understand? This question is just like a summary of the previous things I've said. So know what you want, right? Know what you want. When you're on social media, when you listen to people, acknowledge what they say. There are so many people on social media that, oh my god, I love them. Like these people actually to say some insightful, helpful things that help me grow. Right? Social media can actually upgrade or hinder your growth. It all depends on you. Right? You have to have a strong mindset. Your mindset has to be strong. Like that is why the root of everything is actually self-improvement. I said it in my last podcast. The root of everything is self-improvement. Because it's only self-improvement that can actually give you that strong, that mindset that is actually very, very strong. And if you heard what I said now in I think episode 10, I said that self-improvement is a journey, right? It's not something you stay at a place and be doing. So like, as you're going through some certain things, your mindset will be getting stronger, your mental strength will actually be increasing. So it's actually just keep on moving forward. At the same time, these things are going to happen to you. You're going to feel lost because of you have downloaded too many content. You're going to feel like, oh, you're not actually doing anything. Yes, that's the first step. Then when you now overcome those things, there's no way like you can actually go back there again, because of you have conquered it and conquered it once and for all. Get? So just it's actually very simple. The mindset you need to use social media and not social media to use you is just to work on yourself, right? Keep working on yourself. Identify what you want. What do I want, right? I'm learning about sales, so whenever Alex Homozy pop up on my feed, I'll stop and listen to what he say, because he's a sales guru. And that's just it. Know what you want. You don't need to listen to everybody, right? And everybody you listen to, sometimes you can understand what they are saying without necessarily trying to live your life on that plane. Get? Okay, so I think I've said basically everything now, and thank you for staying with us till this time, 34 minutes actually. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on our next podcast. Have a wonderful day.